Hello, everybody. First of all, it's nice to be here. We've seen a lot of presentations from the publisher side today. So I was asked maybe to come over and maybe give a view of the agency/advertiser side and what we could do with the data together, and maybe talk a little bit about the user-centric marketing in the today and in the future. But first of all, maybe a few words about Dagmar. We are a Finnish-based company, about 40 years old, and what we do, we are an agency, and basically, as a traditional media agency would maybe slack us in some silo. But what we nowadays do is about half of our business is the media side, and half of our business is marketing consultancy. So basically, what we would like to call us is that we are a kind of marketing solutions agency or something like that. But basically, what I would like to first talk about is data and how we see it. What I mean by data is, I mean actionable data, not the huge big data or some clump. The data on which we can work on. Everyone has it, advertisers, agencies, and of course the publishers, and some third-party providers also. But and everybody maybe thinks that their data is the best data around there. And as I've seen today, there are quite a few publishers here today, and everyone has been thinking and telling that how can we use our data better in the future, or how could we utilize, or how could we fight Facebook or Google. I think from our point of view, kind of the most important thing is that even that you guys have the audiences in your site, it doesn't mean that your data is enough as is. And actually, that same goes to us agencies. We don't maybe have the best data. From our point of view, the advertisers have the best data and the best abilities to gather all the data sources, because they have the true kind of consumer customer data on which they would like to act upon. And no one alone has all the data needed. That means that today and tomorrow, everybody needs each other. We need to work together in order to get the best data. If you look at the different angles, advertisers have site and CRM marketing data and content-based segmentation. Agencies, we have anonymous online data and sometimes generalized data from different sources. Publishers, you have anonymized content-based data, but also you're moving into logged-in capabilities, so you can get more insights from the users which are generating the data, and of course that third-party side which I talked about. And by the way, we are assisting our clients and also publishers to kind of monetize the data and help these two angles to come together and maybe draw a better view of how to utilize the best side of it. When we talk about user-centric marketing, I think first we need to talk about consumers. There's been a lot of talk about the consumer which are in control. So basically, what we need to think about is that consumers don't think channels at all. If I have a need for a product or content or anything, and I want to get it now, and despite any channel, if I want to use a mobile phone, I will use it. And if the provider doesn't provide me the content in that channel where I want it, I'm off. So it's really important for us to maybe think about how we gather data and how we can utilize that in order to give the consumers better consumer experiences. We have seen that when we gather the data and look at the data together, that enhances the consumer experience, commitment to the brand, and money spent to the brand. Accenture actually made a study a couple of years ago for fast consumer goods companies, and the correlation between website spent time and the sales in store. And what they actually found was that there was an actual correlation between the sales and the time spent with the brand. And actually it rose, the time spent gave 53% uplift in the sales compared to the people who weren't exposed to the brand online. So if we are able to use the data in order to keep the customers more happy, keep them in constant contact with our brand, there is a significant business effect to the end. So, how to get the best insights, use them, and deliver the best experiences. Right message at the right time to the right user, right? Everyone has heard this for years, but actually the thing is that for the first time now this is actually happening, and we can do this. I would like to divide this to two angles, maybe to the publisher angle and to the advertiser angle. And let's look at this as what does this mean for those sides. First of all, let's look at the bottom side. Advertisers, they should really know their customers. And that means customer data segmentations, that means knowing their motives, and that means also knowing which customers and customer segments has the most potential to our business. Also, you need to be able to recognize your customers from different channels, and this means using analytics tools in order to achieve that. In publisher side, that actually means that you should partner with advertisers to give access to your audience segments, maybe combining advertising segments to your own segmentation, and also help advertisers to recognize their customers in your media. Actually, that means that we are working currently with an fast-moving consumer goods client, and they have a huge recipe site. And they would like to really know that what kind of customers come in there. They can use general third-party data providers, but they would really like to go together with a big publisher who has a similar kind of content, because the publisher probably knows a little bit more about those customers who come also to the advertiser's site. And by combining that data and using that, for example, for retargeting purposes, for targeting purposes, I think that's one of the key things. The right time. Well, the right time is now, and also the time which is meaningful for the potential customer. We need to think what behavioral is important, how to provide that real time to the advertiser, what is right time for the user, and what day or time is best to contact. Is he or she in a buying mode, and how to know that and to target. I think that needs to be solved by the data. And last but not least, the right message. I think if you really know your customers, you can tailor your message to them. And that means that you need to get the data behind it and then think, okay, this is what they're going to do, and this is this is the message I would like to target to them. So basically, on the publisher side, if you know your audience well enough, you can actually educate the advertisers to communicate better in your medias. So I think that's a combination which should be we should look at in the future. So basically, this actually contains three elements. It's right message, so the creative. It's at the right time. It's the content, and to the right user, it's the audience. From our perspective, this is the user-centric, real-time advertising, combining these three elements. If we look at it from the technology side, it actually means that you need different types of data combined to the DMP platform. So you need both side data in order to get the best view of where your customers are. You need really good demand-side platform in order to buy that audience real-time on programmatic side, and you need a dynamic ad platform in order to deliver those dynamic ads on the right places on the right time. And of course, you should use, for example, HTML5 material, so you are in every channel responsively. What's the next step from here is actually when we look at the data collection part, we can divide it to different kind of things. So basically, if we have a really good DMP, we can collect data from every data source seamlessly. And when we get the data in the right form to the right platform, then we should use that and analyze it, and then start to segment it so we can see that what kind of segments there are and what kind of channels we could actually use it on. So we can actually use it on also in advertising, in the advertiser side, but of course on the site personalization on the advertiser side, but also on the other communication on the advertiser side. So basically on the advertisers' emails, on other CRM channels where they communicate directly to the registered users. Actually, on the first keynote, there was a mention about the data layer, and that actually is what's going to be the next thing here. So actually, Terence Kavaja, who is the CEO of the Luma Partners, is talking about intelligence layers. So basically, when we get all the data into one place, we can do the analysis and actually the deliverance of the content with predictive modeling. And that will actually find the best customers for us and the best places to show the content in order to get the sale. So, what next? What should advertisers or publishers do? Of course, we need to think, go to the same table and think, what's our goal? I think what I've seen in our small country and with our customers is that sometimes we go maybe too techy into the projects. We think that technology will solve all of our problems, but we don't actually sit down and really think about what's our goal and what we want to do before we actually start picking the right tools for that. We need to sit down and look what kind of data we have and what's possible to get, what are our capabilities in technology side, but I think as equal, it is really important to think what are our resources, especially on the advertiser side and especially on the at least on the smaller markets, there aren't so many really savvy technical or professional people who can actually deal with the data, for example. Then we should definitely plan, and I think on the execute side, you need to make errors in order to become a really pro in this. So you definitely need to test, optimize, and learn all the time. There isn't a right answer. You need to find the best solutions. And I think that's one of the best things for advertisers that in the old days, when you wanted to test something or if you wanted to do something, there wasn't so much room for error. And with the current tools and with the current data packs and the abilities for dynamic advertising, for example, there is actually, because we don't have to do the A/B testing for the whole target group. We can only pick like 10% or something like that and see how it's working and evolving and then go into the action. Thank you.